Hi everybody. The first chakra we're awesomely excited to share with you on your journey with us in chakra learning is about groundedness, and it's the chakra...
The root chakra or the base chakra.
And it's coloured red.
Now, to keep this related to my experience, I just wanted to say the question asked we're posing is, how do we get grounded, or how do we stay grounded, or how do we come back to being grounded? And really, what does grounded mean? Grounded means, my interpretation is not being lost in thought or being lost in overthinking, or when you spiral into a rumination or a thought rut, or you're caught in a cycle of victim thinking. That can be caught, you're lost in thoughts, you're up here, and then what we want to do is get grounded literally with the ground. So your root chakra is down here, it's your perineum, in between your sex organs and your anus, that space, that bit of flesh there. And what we do in yoga is contract the perineum and lift, and you can feel that it's the start of your core that goes all the way up like to your sort of chest and neck. So to have that closed off or engaged is a great way to be grounded. But also another great way to be grounded for me is by being immersed in nature. Okay, so that means, and it's a really simple one, you've heard this before, just taking your shoes off, your socks off, and having your feet, your bare feet, touch the bare earth or the bare grass, right? So you're literally grounded. There's another idea around it of earthing, where you let the charge out of your body. You've heard of your... Yeah.
And one similar thing to that practice is stamping with no shoes on any surface, not concrete of course, but stamping on the shoes. As an energy therapist, you know, the whole idea is that you shake your whole body. You shake in the morning before you get up, when you get up, you shake, and that you're allowing the chi and the energy flow to go all around and ground you. And, you know, even touching trees...
Yeah, it's a big one.
Do stuff. Yeah, there's
Love
all
it.
stuff. The touching stuff is really important.
Massage is good for being grounded, like to physically, like you're sort of rubbing it out of your body. You're grounding in there, aren't you? Like kneading the muscles.
Yeah.
So it's got that physicality, being grounded. It's not, as we move through, we'll get towards the third eye and the crown, but this base one, we're building a strong foundation, okay? So we're grounded in the earth, and it can be simply now, if you're sitting in a chair, simple as putting your both feet on the ground and pushing them into the floor and lifting sort of your shoulders and your chest and feeling that groundedness there. So even when you're sitting at your computer or your desk chair, just having both feet equally balanced on the ground and feeling your both thighs and your bum bones touching the chair, like instead of tucking them up or folding them over, that can be really grounding and balancing. Another good way for me with grounding is going into my body again is through stretching or doing yoga and getting into the space. So out of your mind. Grounding can be the physical sort of outdoors nature immersion. The word I'm getting is ecotherapy people are using, like running at the beach on sand, that friction of your body rubbing nature, against the earth, not having that buffer of shoes or socks or... Like it's just full contact with earth, okay, grounded.
And I think too the key is when you wake up in the morning, whatever time that is, it's really important to stretch to allow that energy to release. So even if that's a cat stretch, I mean, you know, often when we're all time poor, we're running around with kids and babies and work, and it's just the stretching that gets you, you know, ready for the day and grounds you. And for me, I believe in a lot of prayer, and that's how I ground myself. So, you know, sometimes when I'm a bit unicorned, I wear my prayer beads, and I really do. And I know it sounds like I'm not into a specific religion, but I wear prayer beads and things, and I just pull on the prayer beads and pray for different people and pray for things. And you know, that's when my anxiety's going nuts though. But I like to wear them sometimes because it really does remind me to be mindful, and I press on my prayer beads. I mean, call me the crazy moon lady, but you know, things that work for you. So we're asking you what works for you, because for us these things work. So we're talking about real stuff. We're talking about simple shifts, simple acknowledgements, simple letting go, simple grounding tools, stretching, touching trees, running on the beach. You know, things that connect you to the earth. Breathing is key. The breathing.
Even
is
gardening's
key.
good, like getting your fingers into the earth and digging, like with a shovel to dig trenches, or putting plants into the earth.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
literally, isn't it, getting into the ground. So it has that base, the reality of getting into the ground, but also it can mean lying on the ground. Well, often I talk to people and they can spend their whole life lying in a bed or sitting in a chair or sitting on a couch, bed, chair, couch, bed, chair, couch. So if you can actually lie just on the floor and feel the stiffness of the floor and how that interacts with the alignment of your body, like your shoulders and your hips and your ankles touching the ground, just to feel that and be present and hold space for a while with yourself, like for a minute or 3, and stay there and notice how you can open up and sort of sink into the floor. I think it was Trainspotting, the movie, where he sank into the floor, like, and made, like, visualize that as you're lying on the floor, that you become part of the earth. So visualization can be another great tool to become grounded, because, like, being a commuter, like getting trains to work, driving 40 minutes in a car every day, you're not actually you're above the ground, you're off the ground. So that friction and energy, you're sort of almost not hovering, but you're off the ground, aren't you? So to stop and connect with the earth is really powerful. One of the questions I've got is, what's stopping you from getting grounded in the next 6 hours or 10 hours before you go to bed? And the big thing that can stop people is just lack of equipment. So you mightn't have shoes to go running, or you mightn't have swimmers to go swimming, or you mightn't have a garden to garden in. But that doesn't mean you can't do that. You can get grounded at the bus stop, pull out a weed at the bus stop, or look at the weeds at the bus stop, or be in the earth, just in the park. There's opportunities always to reconnect with nature. And that was a big thing with my groundedness, is largely natural based. It's getting out of the mind, back into nature. Okay. Final thing was just be free and not be self-conscious when you're getting grounded, because we're sitting or lying on grass, and people have said, I'm not going to lie on the grass. What will people think? As though that is that should really matter. It's about finding, it might have to be a place where no one can observe you, but just to lie on the grass in your backyard or in a quiet space and actually do it. It's walking the talk. You can take this knowledge and go, okay, and then never use it. So it's about implementing and bringing that to your everyday life and making it relatable, real life and everyday. And that's what we're about with this whole Connecting the Chakras workshop.
So we're trying to talk about being the creative change maker. So another thing that we need to be mindful of when we're talking about our energy is also our bodily functions. So as a nutritionist, I think it's really key to be mindful of what you're eating. So the energy that you're filling your body and your mind from. Now, don't forget that over 80% of your body, your brain, is in your gut. So when we look at it from that point of view, and we're talking about groundedness, we're talking about the actual need to be mindful, full stop, in every area: body, mind, soul. This is where we both come together and work together, because we both are working at teaching you some little tiny solutions about body, mind and soul, working together as a holistic therapy, not just one little bit, not just your unicorn stuff at lunchtime. This is about stuff about your whole being. So to practice your mindfulness, you need to be in charge of what you're eating. Think about, how many coffees you're having a day. I will be honest and say that I'm a coffee queen. And
oh yeah, totally. It was my thing.
Beans.
I loved it.
Yeah, no, that's my luxury in life. But it's gone are the days of having 8 or 6 a day in corporate world. What we need to do is be mindful with that practice and monitor and be moderate. So my key with that is root vegetables are really good for groundedness. So
and it makes sense, doesn't it? The root penetrates
vegetables.
the ground.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's massive.
What we're talking about, and that's how we're connecting, because we're talking about, working in the garden. Well, then, why not plant some seedlings or plant something to watch it grow?
Yeah.
Great way to start this session. that with the chakra work is start planting some seeds and see how we go along the way. So another thing is with my I Am Guru stuff is that one of my books is about affirmations. And the term I am is such a very, very positive, endless, limitless, beautiful way to start your day. So Brett's talked about ecotherapy and stuff like that. Now, I think it's really key also to bring in mantras and affirmations. And I swear by affirmations. I might be the queen of bathroom window, bedside wall.
Oh, right, yeah.
Fridge, and wherever I'm passing my desk.
I haven't seen the bathroom or the bedroom, so I don't know. But it's a good idea.
I have affirmations pinned up in little post-notes. I have my
That's
cards,
great.
I have posters. Yeah. You know, I am is where you start. Then you write what comes next for you. You know, I am. We are talking about vibration and we're talking about energy. And the whole point is we want to attract the positive to us. So you need to put positive statements. So my question for you today with this grounded chakra is, have you given yourself permission? Full stop. Just to be today.
Yeah.
Have you given yourself permission? Ask yourself, what's holding me back? What is some of this stuff that's holding me back? You know, I choose to follow my heart in love. I choose to follow my heart in love. Because the grounded chakra is red. So, you know, we can talk about I am the pure essence of love. I am attracting like-minded people. I am attracting that love energy to me and to my space. I'm attracting clear communication. You know, you put your words after I am. And it's really key to have these questions. So I'm asking you today, have you given yourself permission to just be? I think it's key. These questions are key. These questions are what we want you to write down. So my question is that, where are you limiting yourself? How are you dropping any self-limiting beliefs today? What doesn't serve you any longer? Who doesn't serve you any longer? What in your diet is being overloaded and not managed? We're talking about being the change agents. That's what our framework talk is about. Not necessarily the unicorn stuff about the chakras. We're talking about the groundedness and what matters to us in our experiences.
Yes, that's right. It's the groundedness in a sense of stable, basic foundations, the real simplicity, the real core essentials, isn't it? It's not complex, and it's really, really base. So get out of your head into your body, onto the ground, and spend some time and just be. That's right. There's no agenda. There's nothing to complete. There's nothing to
compare.
Like nothing to judge.
Yourself. Yeah, exactly. Nothing the judgments.
Finish. It's just be there on the ground and feel the energy sort of drain out of you, and that anxiety, that energy, that nervous energy can really just leach into the ground or dissolve.
And breathe that out. That's the thing as well. Like when you're talking about the stretching and the meditating and it's key mindfulness stuff. Just breathing that out. You know, let your body sink into the earth, but push it out.
Release it. That's
Release it. Key. So our questions for you again today, if you've missed that, Bren's question was.
Oh yeah, what's stopping you? Like, it's a great life coaching question. What is stopping you? And to list that in bullet point form, it might be 3 points. What's stopping you from X? So X might be exercise or participating or getting grounded or actually doing the work that we've suggested here or that you're sort of aware of now. What is stopping you? And if you honestly, truthfully reflect on that, those reasons you're bringing up to say what is stopping me actually aren't really that significant, and there is not much stopping you. Okay,
it's you.
It's you. It's just it's a preference or an oversight or a thing that you can actually let go of and then do it. Okay, like so you can break through and do it. It's not. I'm not asking a massive amount. I'm saying take your shoes off and walk on the grass, or lie on the grass, or lie down on the ground like that as a starting point to do that regularly. Like when you're at the park with people and you just stand there and sort of flick through your phone. Instead, next time, actually lie down on the grass and breathe into the grass and look up at the sky and get some grass in your hair and things like that, and just really connect with the ground. Okay, that can be transformative. You might not do that for another 6 weeks. So even if you have a regular grounding session, that can be really, it really works.
Energy. It builds your energy up. And, you know, the point is then we got the new energy flow because we've connected to the ground. If you actually are mindful, you can feel that energy running through you. Now, I get that from the moon. As you know, I'm a crazy moon astro lady. And the point of that is the moon cycles really do affect me.
Yes,
and that's why I post too much on them, but it really does.
Oh, it affects everyone. It does. We're liquid.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you are that in tune with what's going on in the cycles, the seasons, you know, you're eating in season, you're listening to your body and how it's responding, you know, especially like for women, a lot of the hormonal stuff that goes on can be based on the seasons. And I think it's really key that we remember that everything in life is energy and flow.
Yeah, that's
Once
good.
we get that, then all these practices that we're telling you is just about reconnecting your love of self, reigniting your passion and being the change maker that you are, that you know. We're just telling you, reminding you of practices that we do to reconnect to ourselves.
Inviting you to share it and take part, because it's there. All right, we'll talk to you in the next video. See you soon.
Bye.